Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick second and give a background on what this podcast is before we dive in. So Toraunasaurus Rocks is a live discussion podcast, which means nothing's edited out. This is the full uncut interview. So keep that in mind. It's not your typical interview. It's actually not an interview at all. What it really is more of a long form discussion where we find out who these musicians really are. Some things may get said in the heat of the moment. Some names may be forgotten. And it's important to keep in mind that these are all live and unscripted episodes. So take it with a grain of salt. If you like what you see, please hit that like and subscribe. And if you're in a band and would like to come on, message me. I've got 2 more bands I know for sure that I want on, but I'll need some more after that. So hit me up. Anyways, here's the first episode of Toraunasaurus Rocks with Among Legends. Enjoy.
Yep, that iced tea doesn't mean anything. Don't worry that it's halfway.
I was drinking it in the car.
Yeah. It's warm. Those aren't ice cubes.
No.
It's an illusion.
It's just big blocks of baking powder.
Just hardened baking powder. This is my special recipe.
I like crunchy tea.
Oh, God.
Crunchy tea. That sounds really gross.
I mean, I'm all about the crunch in food, but not in liquids.
No. Crunchy milkshake I could get behind.
I guess.
Okay. Or maybe like a smoothie.
Yeah.
The ice is a little crunchy.
Right.
Slushies.
Mm-hmm.
Snow cones.
But
That's
but
not a
not
drink.
iced tea. Not iced tea.
No, not iced tea. You madman. Okay. We're all good now. We are among legends, Jake.
Boo. Boo.
Never heard that one before.
Damn it.
They are actually among legends, believe it or not.
Yes.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, I'm so excited you guys are here, man. Thank you so much for coming by.
I'm really excited. I'm glad it worked.
Yeah.
Finally.
I know. Dude, I was so bummed when you couldn't come. Like,
I know.
no, I was looking forward to this, but
Yeah.
it's awesome you made it work.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're excited to be here.
Yeah, and you're playing the Rock Pile tonight.
We are. Yeah, nice
Yeah.
big stage, nice big sound system.
Have you played there before?
Yeah,
Yeah, a few
twice.
times.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool place.
Yeah.
Have you ever got the sound guy to record you live?
Both times we've been there, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
He pitched that to you and you were just like,
Yeah, for sure. No, well, it's cool. We don't get a chance to do that very much.
Totally.
So that was fun. I don't know if we'll do it tonight because Tyler won't be there with us.
Yeah,
but,
fair enough.
but it's fun to do it.
I've seen people release those as like demos, like as actual
Oh, really?
recordings. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Live at the Rock Pile. It's great.
that's cool. Because like he mixes it while he's doing it. So it actually does sound pretty legit. I definitely want to do that for one of our bands. But it's 6 bands on the, it's a big one.
It's a variety show. There's lots of stuff going on.
That's cool
Yeah.
though. Like I've played a couple shows where there's like 7 bands and
wow.
it's a bit much because obviously no one wants to come from start to finish for 7 bands. Like that's a lot to ask. So it's a lot of like we're here for these guys and then we'll probably see you later. But it should be cool. We just played with Napoleon, Jake and I for the Brothers Wilson. We did an acoustic set at Free Times Cafe downtown.
Cool.
Yeah, and they did their set acoustic, which they've never done apparently. It was pretty cool.
Can you tell me something?
Yeah.
So somebody from Nothing Serious told me that Jonathan from Napoleon, he's a big fan of lemons. Does he eat a lemon?
I heard
that
that he
true?
fixes everything with lemons.
He fixes things with lemons?
Fix It With Lemons is their Instagram. I don't understand it. Honestly, like I followed back just because it's like whatever, yeah, sure, follow me, I'll follow you back. But
Yeah.
like they just do these like lemon posts. Like I feel like I'm on the outside of some big inside joke. But
No, it's somebody last night at the show was like, watch the guys in Napoleon. Somebody's probably going to eat an entire lemon tonight.
Why?
Wow.
I don't know. But I'm
That's
intrigued.
the only question that matters.
Yeah.
Why? I think now that you say that, I think he put lemon in his hair.
Oh,
I've heard of that before.
Yeah,
It's
like the
really
bleach,
good, yeah.
right? Or it bleaches it or
Does it?
something.
I don't know.
I have no idea. But he had these like bleach spots, and then I was like, lemons. Are you squeezing lemons in your hair, sir?
This is reminding me of that guy from like My Big Fat Greek Wedding who fixes everything with Windex.
Just fix it with lemons.
Yeah,
I'm sure the acidic properties can do multiple things.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that was cool though. Okay, so for people who don't know you guys, I know you've probably told this story a million times before, but how'd you get started? How do you guys all know each other?
Well, you're looking at two Kijiji hires over here.
No way.
Yes. Yeah. I started the band. So I was taking vocal lessons in Kitchener. And my girlfriend's brother, he and I just like would kind of stay after hours at the music school and kind of jam. So we started writing music and stuff, and we found Anthony, our bassist. He was also taking vocal lessons there. So we just like through the School of Music, like linked up with him.
Nice.
And then Mackenzie is a financial advisor. He's a very serious, like real job.
Wow.
So eventually he kind of like moved into like actual business.
Yeah.
And we did some recording with him. That's when we found Cameron to add a second guitar. And then Mackenzie left, and we were a three-piece for a long time. Eventually we found Sara, also Kijiji. It's pretty much like 100% success rate on Kijiji for finding human beings. It's pretty good.
That's insane.
Yeah, because I was originally drumming and singing. And
No
it was
way.
Yeah.
Legend.
It was. I had like the cool like Britney Spears microphone. It was very nice. It was very nice. But Cameron and Anthony looked very lonely at the front of the stage.
Well,
while
it's
I
kind of awkward when like the front man is at the back of the stage.
Yeah.
Right? So-
yeah, let's go.
It's
And
like
then these
people
guys
are
are like
kind of
not
like
doing
looking past you the whole show. Like, that's cool, but
It's
what's
like,
going on back there?
Where's this noise coming
where's
from?
that
Who's singing?
voice coming from?
Is it a backing track? Or?
So eventually we decided that it would be maybe prudent for me to stop drumming and come and try to spend some time
At the front.
Yeah. I crave the spotlight, Mike.
Dude, it's funny because, like, obviously I do too. But I feel like every drummer secretly wants to be at the front. Like, can you confirm this?
It's a secret. You're letting it.
Like, Tyler, our drummer, does the same thing where he's, like, singing really loud in the back. Like, he just wants that spotlight. And you achieved it, man.
I achieved it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I had to start my own band to do it, but I did it. So I moved to the front. Sara joined us on drums, and then probably about 6 months later or so, Cameron and our other guitarist Tyler have been friends for
Since 2000. Yeah, 2000. We went to grade 1 together.
Wow.
yeah. So
Lifelong
I just want
friends.
to point out though, 2000 he was in grade 1. What grade were you in the year 2000?
I don't
Cameron's
remember.
a baby.
Not 2000. I was. It was Y2K, and I was in grade 8. And I was like, I'm going to high school next year, but the world's ending, so I don't understand. Like, do I still need to study? Like, do I need this French class? I don't know.
We have a range of ages in the band, and Cameron and Tyler have known each other since childhood, and they are very young compared to the rest of us.
How old are you?
25.
Oh, it's older than Jake. So
How old are you? 24. Oh my God, you infant.
Finally, I'm not the youngest.
dude, Napoleon is like 19 and 20.
Oh God.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I asked them.
Yeah, so maybe you guys are old.
I think we are.
Shit.
Yeah, we were
But
playing
people
as
are
a.
surprised when we
That's
point
true.
this out.
Definitely.
That's true.
So
My
I
secret
was-
plan is to keep just a small amount of facial hair on my face, and then when I hit 30, shave it off.
Shave it off.
and then I'll look like a baby
I
again.
know.
And it's just stretch that out as long as I can.
It's really like it's like the energy though too, right? Like when
Yeah.
people see you on stage and you're like jumping around and you're just like playing this really fun upbeat music, they're just like, oh, look at these kids, you know?
Yeah.
No one's like, oh wow, that guy's pushing 30.
They should jump less. They're gonna hurt their knees
Or their back.
or their back. Yeah, we are playing as a 4-piece tonight because Tyler has hurt his back.
Wow.
and he is one of the youngest in the band.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well
So
for us.
It does not. No. Yeah.
Drink your milk, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
So how are you gonna do it? Down one.
Oh, we.
We'll just play some old songs.
Oh,
and-
okay.
Yeah. A lot of our kind of first EP and second EP songs were written mostly as like 3-piece songs. And then like Cameron would come up with some other like lead part in like when we were recording basically, and just
Okay.
like what sounds nice to go on top of the chords. But
Right.
we were, the first few years of the band, we were very much like a like power chord rhythm kind of
Classic pop punk.
yeah. And then and mostly like I think we've always wanted to do like lead guitar stuff. We just didn't have somebody to do it. And,
Yeah.
And it was tough I found it really tough to like reconcile having things. I get that there's studio magic and stuff. But I found it tough to like reconcile like having a whole bunch of layers in the recordings that then we couldn't do at live shows.
Yeah.
So keeping it kind of more bare bones was just mostly, I think, for the sake of being able to sound like we do on a recording live.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of that kind of stuff that worries me too. Just because like I'll do the harmonies, I'll do like lows and highs, and then I'll do screams and like everything. 'Cause, like I want it to sound like full and
Yeah.
amazing. And then we get up on stage and it's like, oh shit.
I have to choose one.
Oh no. So, but that's funny you say that because I have been kind of choosing them, or I'll be like, I've talked to people after and they've been like, oh man, like I didn't realize that was a harmony. I thought that was the melody. Like I'm missing that high one. So I'll
Yeah.
like kind of go up and down. Just kind of the more comfortable you get with a song, I feel like the more it changes live.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, I really like that part of the recording. I think I'm going to sing it this way this time. Or like maybe you have a lead where you're like I really like that solo, but I think I've evolved now and like I play a little bit different now or something.
Yeah, for sure. I think most of the solos I have recorded, I play them differently live now.
Yeah. There you go. That's still cool though, because it's like, as long as you're still blowing it away, then it's still cool.
Yeah.
It's like you're fumbling around, people will be like, that's not the solo. No, it's awesome though. So we're on the same team too. We're Coin Records fam.
That's true. We
I
are
never realized that you guys were. Yeah.
two sides of the same.
Coin.
Oh. Boo.
I'm sorry, the interview's over. I'm sorry. I'll see. We can go.
Yeah.
You guys can stay. I'll leave.
So how did that get hooked up? Like you met Chelsea through one of those Brampton shows, or?
One of the Rockpile shows.
Ah.
Yeah.
Was it
Yeah.
at
Chelsea.
the church on Sunday?
It must have been.
Yeah.
Yeah. So church. So we did one of our Rockpile shows was with Church on Sunday. I think it was the first one. I think.
I would say the
No.
second one.
You guys think it was the second one.
Yeah.
I don't know. We should remember there's only been two. But we're getting old. Our memory is
there it
fading.
is. There it is.
Yeah. So there was. So yeah, it was the second one because the power went out.
Yeah.
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 Wow, the power went out.
Yeah, the power
wild.
went out. So there's like, I guess there's two sources of power that run from the back of the rock pile to the stage.
Okay.
There's one thing that powers the lights, and there's one thing that powers like all the sound. So the sound kept going,
Oh, okay. That's
but
good.
all the lights turned off, and so it was very dark, and it made it really fun. So people like brought out their cell phones,
go.
and
Yeah,
lit up the
flashlights.
stage. It was very nice, very intimate.
That's really cool.
And then, and so we met a few folks that evening. Obviously, we had chatted with the guys in Church on Sunday, and then Nick from Nick Libertucci. From I forget his company's name, but the
Agoria? No,
he's
it's,
a graphic design company. Oh my God. Okay, we got to edit this out because I wanted to name drop it, but now I can't.
Is it,
Nick, sorry.
is it that design something?
Design Incisions.
Yeah.
Yes. Design Incisions.
There
yes.
you go.
Yeah. So that's Nick, and he was there, and we chatted with him afterwards, and it was really nice to meet him. And so and so Chelsea messaged us afterwards, and we just met up a couple of times after that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And she's getting you regular shows?
We don't, to be honest, we don't do a whole lot. I think it's partly because we have like the five of us have very intense work schedules.
Okay.
So it's like limited windows of time, and we'll know about it before anyone else. And so at that point, like I just look for shows. You know, like what is if I hear a practice that we can do a show in June or July or something like that, like what is the next possible thing that I can do?
Mm-hmm.
But the shows that Chelsea has done with us have been awesome. She's with Sex Cauldron in Brampton.
Yeah.
That was with Chelsea. The Grey Goat was with Chelsea.
Yep.
Yeah. It's been like, we've had a ton of fun. It's just few and far between for the sake of like getting everyone's schedules together. And then
That's fair. I think like Ba feels that too. Not with our schedules, but just she. I don't know what it is about promoters in general. To be honest, I feel like they get like really hungry over certain bands and they're like, oh, this band is good. They have a lot of potential. They get people out, and then they like book a couple shows with them, and then they're like, all right, this band is good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they just kind of jump around. But it is nice to have something to fall back on, like when you have a lull and no shows are coming, and you're just like, hey, do you have any shows?
Yeah.
Just an easy little, hey, just checking in. That's cool though. We gotta get going again.
Yeah.
I want to play with you guys again.
The two shows that we've done with you guys have been awesome. The Brampton and Newmarket shows, one of each.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That
That was
Newmarket
a fun
show was
show.
great.
The
Yeah,
Newmarket
yeah,
show
that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was super cool.
Yeah,
Were you there at the end of the night when the guy got like thrown out of the building, and he was like screaming at us that he was a Marine and he was gonna kill us all, and it was a great night. Great night. Kicked a pane of glass out onto my car.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. My car survived.
Nice.
It was fine. Yeah.
I think that guy was. I think that was the guy that was doing lines all night. Just came out to us. We were smoking on the patio, and he's just like, "You guys want to bump a line?" I think we're good.
No,
dude.
thank you, sir.
You do you, man. You do you. Yeah, that was a really fun show. I'd never been there before, and it was nice and packed. Doc Attridge was the first band.
Yeah.
They brought so many people.
I know.
And then they just left.
Well, they were gonna go party.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we
They
have a
wanted
high
to go
school
party.
party to go to. This is way more important. And then the guy messages the gear chat the next day. Just like, hey, so are we getting paid? It's like, brother, you missed
I
out
have
on
some
that.
bad news for you.
You got a hard lesson to learn, friend.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Right? Yeah. Oh, man. That was funny. I think Ryan was running the sound that night, too, from Church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, they brought the PA, I think.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
their PA.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. That's cool. So I saw you guys recently recorded like 15 demos.
Oh, more than that, buddy.
More than that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think we ended with 19.
What?
I think so.
Yeah, it was 19.
Yeah, I think it was 19. Yeah. Yeah. Not all of them were for real. Like,
Okay.
so there was like a joke song in there, and then
Nice.
there were 3 covers.
Okay.
But we're like basically, so we want to record an album at the end of the year, and well, I guess not the end of the
Yeah,
year.
a little
and
sooner
not,
than that.
not want to. We're going to.
Yeah, it's happening.
There it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let these guys tell you about it because I clearly don't have any idea what's happening.
I like the drive.
So we are recording a record
That's
in
true.
what, like how many months? Not that many.
Yeah,
Oh my
just
God.
over 2 months now. First week of September is when we start.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
gonna be sweet.
Where are you guys recording?
We are recording. I think we're gonna split our time between Cambridge and Goderich. We're
Yeah.
recording with Sig Meyer, so he's got a studio up in Goderich called Beach Road,
Okay.
and we're gonna do drums up there, which I'm super stoked about.
Nice.
And then we'll do everything else at his studio in Cambridge called the Catbox.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's gonna be sweet.
Yeah. Is it like, are you bringing your kid, or does he have a nice house kid, or?
I'm hoping he's got like some sort of wicked kid.
Yeah,
that I
we've
can
seen
play.
pictures. It
Yeah.
looks he's got a lot of gear up there.
Nice.
Just a whole wall of guitars. It looked like more than your average Long McQuaid. It looked awesome.
That's sick. So you guys know him, or you found him, or?
Found him, right?
Yeah.
Through it kind of was roundabout through 16 Scandals, talking to Ryan, talking to Sig, right? It was like a weird
Yeah, a
Sorta.
combination of 16 Scandals and Bar Tops.
Oh yeah, and the bar
Yeah.
tops. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
The bar tops were cool. Man, that show was cool.
Yeah.
The best band.
They're
They're
so
so
good.
good.
They were so cool. I had no idea. Like, I didn't look them up or anything before. And then I'm sitting there talking to my buddies. And I'm like, man, these guys are good. And they're like jamming out. And then they played that Rancid Time Bomb. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yo!
Yeah.
I just ran up, started dancing. Just look over, see you guys dancing.
I think if we had to pick one like universally beloved band within our band, it would probably be the Bar Tops, to be honest.
Yeah, I think
feel
that's true.
like,
Yeah. They're so good. They're so
Wow.
nice. They're slightly older than us.
Which is great.
Which is nice because that doesn't happen very much. Yeah, and they're awesome. They know like every cover song on the face of the earth, and they're so good at just like reading a crowd, and like if people are responding to it, like they'll just turn off their own music and they'll just like play to exactly what the crowd wants. And,
That's
and
exactly what he did.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
They're so good. Yeah.
That's really cool. How did you guys hook up with them?
That's a good question.
The first show that we played as the four of us, they played.
In Cambridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
January of 2017.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
It's a long time ago.
Was that the Bearings and Goldfinch show?
Yeah. Bearings, Goldfinch, us, and the Bar Tops.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
I think they played first, and I remember listening and being like, "Oh shit!"
You have to follow that?
We have to step it up. Yeah, their sound check song was Boot Scootin' Boogie.
You.
Um,
I definitely
Oh.
saw you guys at that show.
You did
Did you?
not.
Yeah, was this in Cambridge?
yeah.
Yeah.
it was
At the
this
Brownstone
small,
Gastropub.
Type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
Oh my
Nice.
god.
Bearings was there.
Yeah.
I have pictures of that on my Twitter.
Oh my
We
god.
first played with you guys. Sorry, I just completely derailed this.
No.
In Newmarket, I'm like, I've seen you guys before, and I could not remember for the life of me what it was. But now that you brought this up, I was at that show.
Wow.
That's
Amazing.
cool. Full circle.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Could not remember.
Wish we had that into a microphone so anyone would know.
Sadly, no one will ever know what Jake said. That was the last.
Okay,
we ever heard.
Jake. Okay.
Some distant voice. I don't know. I couldn't really make it out.
Yeah, you're right. So that was our first show with the Bar Tops, and we've done lots and lots of shows with them. They're based out of like Brantford, so
Okay.
like 45 minutes south of where we are in KW.
That's really cool. Like, I love that when like good bands just sort of like, you
Yeah.
know, like, oh, you're really good too. Oh, you're in the same area. Let's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just keep playing together. That's
Yeah.
Yeah,
awesome.
we did a weekend run with them last year or last fall. Mm-hmm. It was so much fun. Like those guys are just awesome.
They're amazing. It is. I find it like equal parts like really fun and like really unfortunate that they're so good and like so then I don't really want to play. Like I just want to watch them
Yeah.
play and then not ever like be compared
Oh
to
no,
them.
you guys can have our set time. You just
Yeah, they just let them play for 3 hours. Honestly,
I'd be totally good with that.
we will
yeah.
never match up to them. So,
You guys are different enough that it doesn't like stomp on each other though.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's true. They're really precise. They're really controlled. Like I said, like they're all about like crowd pleasing. Like I'm pretty sure they all moonlight as like as a band, as like wedding bands and like cover bands and stuff. Like
Okay.
Yeah.
they have this. They're so good. They're very professional and stuff. And yeah, I think our approach is a little more. It's a little less like precise, and probably a little less like controlled in terms of
Fair.
the execution of the songs.
Yes.
You know, like if Cameron wants to scream all night, that's going to be great. If Cameron doesn't want to sing at all, that's also going to be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you guys. Is your energy on stage? Like it's so much fun. Like every time I watch you guys, I'm like, like bouncing around. Like this is so fun.
Yeah.
And like I'm not like huge into pop punk. Like it's not like my go-to genre. But man, something about watching you guys. I remember like when we first. Well, I guess that wasn't the first time that he saw you. Apparently, but
Now, not anymore.
when we first saw you at the Grey Goat, like we were just like moshing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Kind of right off the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah, just something about you guys. It's really cool. And I mean, obviously, people also think that. Like a lot of people think that because your Kickstarter was just a huge success.
Oh man, that was
Holy crap!
unbelievable.
Did you guys expect that like at all?
No.
Or
No,
Well, I'll say no. You might have a different answer.
I was thinking we'd get close to our goal, but not 3 times
Right.
our goal.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
insane. Where did you guys come up with like all the bonus stuff to keep it going? Every time I saw a new one, I was like, how the fuck?
Oh, desperation. Yes. Like, what are we gonna do now?
Custom ringtones. Long Legends.
Oh yeah, was that one?
No,
Do we
no,
owe
I think
people that?
Custom
No, we
songs.
don't.
We did a custom song.
I think
yeah.
we did toss around like a voicemail thing or something.
Yeah,
Like a
that might
skit.
be a real thing.
I don't know. I don't know
It was
either.
just
We'd have
so
to go
much.
back.
I don't think so.
We promised a lot.
I know.
We've done very little of it at this point.
We promised a lot.
Count it to the album, and it's getting stressful. Like, we promised. Oh man.
Among Legends runs a campaign with broken promises.
Wow, that was really good.
We want our money back. Our ringtone, damn it.
Custom songs. I think that's really cool. But I think the coolest one, in my opinion, was the barbecue you guys are gonna do.
Yeah.
Like that's just so awesome, and it's so brilliant because everyone who supports you is gonna be in one place.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you literally get to see like, okay, these are our fans. These are the
Yeah.
people who are helping us make this music.
Well, it was so when we were going through, because we had a few discussions about like what kind of extra stuff could we offer, because one of the first things that we've always kind of gravitated towards, like, when can we make vinyl? Like that's like we all want to make vinyl records.
Yeah.
We want to like sell them or give them away or whatever.
True.
But it was like the cost is so much, and like as a stretch goal, like we budgeted. Like the money that we had set up for our goal on the Kickstarter is half of 12.5% of the whole cost of making the album. So like it was never the whole thing. We figured we would just ask for a little bit from people and then figure out how to do the rest ourselves.
Right.
And so although the cost, like the success of the Kickstarter is significant, but it's also only significant really in relation to the original goal of the Kickstarter. And then in the context of the project, it's actually not a huge portion.
Okay.
And so we wanted to do the vinyl, we wanted to do like extra shirts, like what else could we make for people and stuff? But we realized like none of the money that we raised for the Kickstarter none of it is actually a surplus. It goes into the original project cost of the album.
Yeah.
And so we don't have leftover stuff to make the cool things.
Yeah.
So what could we do instead? Well, we could make people some hamburgers. we can rent out a park. So we did.
that's
so we're
cool.
gonna do So there's Kiwanis Park in Kitchener, and it's like the coolest park. It's got it has this like, you guys know in Toronto there's all those like circular like wading pools and like little parks and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
They're just like small circles. So it has like a massive one of those. It's sort of like being at a beach.
That's cool.
You can wade in from anywhere. It's just like in the middle of a field, basically. And it's this massive wading pool that you can, and it gets pretty deep, up to your shoulders or whatever.
Okay.
So we're allowed to bring barbecues in. We have this pool like rented out.
Man.
We have like all this green space to do. So there'll be like, assuming it's good weather, like just a space to hang out all day. And there'll be, you play frisbee, you can play soccer, you can go swimming, you can do all this stuff. It's gonna be awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And are you guys gonna play it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think we will bring a Bluetooth speaker and maybe play some of our songs on the Bluetooth speaker.
Just a tiny little speaker. I think I hear them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Man.
What's our rain plan gonna be?
Mm.
Pray for better weather.
Yeah. Yeah. We
Do
don't have a
rain
great
dance.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the pavilion is covered.
That's
And it's-
correct.
Yeah. So that'll be fine. It'll be
That'll be
okay.
fine.
It'll
It's
be
not gonna
fine.
happen
Yeah,
anyway.
that'll
It's
be
gonna be
fine.
okay.
Yeah. God, why do you have to think like that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's just not think about
Somebody's
it.
got to be negative.
No, Sarah's right. We should have a contingency plan.
Yeah.
We should have a contingency plan. Yeah.
But you don't.
But we don't yet.
Yeah.
It's
When
happening.
is it scheduled?
The first Sunday in August.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got
the
some time.
4th or something like that.
Yes.
Sweet. Okay.
Among Legends branded ponchos.
No.
Okay.
They'd be really cheap to make, I feel,
It
though.
would actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Come on, listen to the man who's chewing his tea.
That sounds like somebody I should not take advice from.
He is a tea connoisseur.
Oh, this tea's so crunchy.
That's the sound of Mitchell chew. Oh, there's video. Sorry. I can't get away with that. Oh, what did I? Oh, the songwriting. I wanted to talk about your songwriting. So, who's the main songwriter?
Probably split between Mitchell and I. Usually, like we'll bring songs to the band. Mitchell will have like the chord structure, and he kind of works things out on the piano.
Wow.
And then we bring that to the band and kind of brainstorm. It's sort of like what the guitar parts are going to sound like, and usually he has a pretty good idea of that. When I write a song, like I'll have most of the guitar parts done, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
I usually need help from Mitchell or the other band members on like a bridge or like adding in like some sort of variation.
Yeah.
It's always the bridge.
Yeah.
It always
not
is,
a big
though.
fan of bridges. Well, writing them. I like them, but
I find that is the hardest part, though. Like when you're the one who comes up with this verse and then it goes to a chorus or pre-chorus chorus, it's hard to like take a step back and be like, okay, where else can this go?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you need someone else to be like, oh, dude, like right here, and you're like, oh, of course.
yeah.
Wow, so you play piano too?
Oh, not very well. It's just
But enough to demo.
Yeah, and it's mostly just to figure out if the chords that I'm thinking of like fit in the order that I want them to go in. It's very I don't play the piano. I just work out chords. That's
Okay.
it. Yeah.
You play piano. That's more than me. Like, I took like
Yeah.
4 years of piano when I was a kid, and I can't play piano. So
I did take a lot of piano lessons, but I have lost the skill of playing the piano. What I have kept is the theory behind like chord structures, intervals, and like the building of like chord progressions.
Okay.
And so I don't know how to play the guitar. If I knew how to play the guitar, I wouldn't mess around on the piano.
Yeah.
I just need some instrument to like. Most of the time, I'm fairly sure that I know where I want the chord structure to go or where I want the progression to go, but I just use it as like a sanity check. And then if we're coming up with like a melody or a harmony of some sort or some sort of like little riff for the guitar, I sometimes will just like, if one of them is playing the guitar pieces, and then I'll sort of like hop over to Cameron's like keyboard and see if we can come up with something. But it's not, I don't play the piano.
I mean, you understand it though. It sounds like, and that's a lot bigger than a lot of people. So
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if that's like unique to the piano. I think it's just like I can see. I don't really understand the guitar, like because I think about like when I think about notes like on sheet music or on a piano, like it's just in order. It's like from lowest to highest, and then in sheet music from lowest to highest, right?
Yeah.
So those things make sense. I can't figure out the strings of a guitar. They all start at different spots.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would really like a guitar that is just one long string, and then I can like find. I would be comfortable playing the guitar.
Someone out there listening, make a guitar.
Please
with
make
one
just like a
string.
very musical rope.
You know those like the bucket with the broom handle and the string? There you go.
Yeah, I was born to make mountain music from 300 years ago.
Yeah, perfect. Or we could become like a crust punk band, and then
That's
then
true.
we'd be good to go. Yeah.
Easy. Yeah. So many directions our band could take, Mike. Honestly, the possibilities are endless.
Endless possibilities. Just a string from there to there.
That's it. It's like a performance art project because we have to like install it in each room that we play in. We got to bolt it to the walls, and then we all have to run along the rope to make the sounds. Yeah.
Head on over to the living room and play me an E7 for
Sorry.
you. That's awesome though. So I guess like you're coming up with that, and those are your lyrics too, for the most part.
What do you mean?
Like songwriting, those are your lyrics too.
Oh, yeah. Tyler and Cameron and Anthony, depending on who sort of is the like the originator of the song. Sometimes they will give me lyric ideas, and then other times they won't, and that's fine too. But I do, I do quite a bit of work on the lyrics because like I have to say them.
Yeah.
I have to look at my mom in the audience sometimes and be confident that it's okay that I can like, she can hear what I'm saying. So yeah.
That's why all your songs are family friendly.
That is basically,
You're singing
it.
to your mom every night.
Yeah. Every song. No, I'm not even. Yeah. No, it's like, yeah, but that is a big part of it. Like, I don't want to be inauthentic. And I don't like, I have a particular personality, and I listen to music that is different than that personality, but I don't know if I'd be able to feel
Deliver
comfortable singing stuff and like sort of embodying stuff that doesn't feel like me. So
That's totally fair, man.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't come off the same way either.
I agree.
Yeah.
So I appreciate when the rest of the band brings me lyric ideas, because like blank slate is tough to work with
For sure.
But I think they all know that for the most part it will not be the same by the time we're done with the lyrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. That's totally fair. So do you, like, when you have the lyrics and you have this song that you've structured, are you sitting down at the piano to find the melody that works with the chords, or are you just kind of singing it out and feeling it out?
I'll work with the piano a little bit. Because I live in Toronto though, and we practice in Waterloo, I drive like 8 hours a week.
Wow.
To like, it's just like 2 hours there, or maybe 6 hours a week, 2 hours there and then an hour back. And then the same, we do that like once during the week and then once on the weekend typically. So I have a lot of time in the car to just like loop a demo that we have, like an iPhone recording, and come up with stuff. So I just like, I'm a big car singer.
Yep. Same, bro. Same. That's the biggest stage, really.
It is. It's great. Yeah. So that's usually if there's a time crunch, I'll work on it at home. But often it's just like let's find something in the car because I know I have the dedicated like hours to do it. Yeah.
That's cool. So you really make use, even though like, wow, that's a lot of driving. Like you make use of that time.
Yeah.
Which is important.
Yeah. And I use it to like warm up and stuff. So I'm like ready to go when we get to practice or get to a show or something like that. It's otherwise it's like 6 hours a week just wasted, and that doesn't seem good.
Just sad in the car. Chewing your tea as you drive.
Yeah. It's good. No, it's good. I got to work out the jaw muscles, right?
Yeah.
I gotta.
And when it comes to you, are there ever like MIDI drums that they've added and you poo-poo that and do your own thing? Or is it just literally like, I hear this, I'm going to go with this?
It's generally the second one. I generally just kind of go for things. A lot of times, like, the guys will have an idea if they've written a song, like, I want this beat here or something like this here or whatever. But for the most part, I kind of just figure it out.
Nice.
Recently, we've been like trying to make recordings of just the band without me, and then I can come back and listen to it, and figure stuff out on my own time, and then come back and play that in practice, which I find helpful.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to listen. I'm really bad on the spot, so like when we try and do things in practice, I'm like, I don't know how to play the drums anymore. So yeah, it's great to go back and come with something prepared.
Wow, that's cool. I've never heard it like that before.
Yeah, works for me. I don't know.
Yeah, we should do like an initial recording of like just guitars and bass. Sarah will like do like a basic beat on the drums just to keep in time, and then she'll take that home, listen to it, kind of figure something out, and just come back to the next practice with like a sweet like drum part.
Sometimes. Yeah, it works. And it's like, it's good because you've usually got a good idea, I think, when you write a song sometimes of what you want.
Yeah,
And, like,
typically I know like what I want the drums to like sort of sound like.
yeah. And like I can brainstorm with Mitchell over here because he plays the drums. So it's great.
True. That must be nice. Yeah, having a second drummer.
It helps. It helps sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, that's a terrible idea. But yeah.
Sometimes you're like, hey, listen, you're the singer now. Okay. By nature, you have no rhythm.
I lost it. I stood up from the drum kit and I just lost
Just
all more. I
gone.
could
Just-
never do it again. Yeah.
That's cool. So how long have you been playing drums then?
Ooh. How old am I? Like 15 years?
Wow.
Yeah, 15 years. I think it was like 13 when I started playing.
Damn.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but this is my first band.
No
So,
way.
For
First
real.
band.
Yeah. I was
How have you been
like
playing
25
so long?
when I joined the band.
What?
Yeah,
Are
I did
you
like.
looking or are you just playing by yourself and you're like, whatever, I don't need a band?
I was like a shy, awkward kid. I didn't know how to like make friends and find a band. That's hard. So,
Thank God for Kijiji, right?
right? Holy shit. Yeah, I like to say I won the Kijiji lottery. That's pretty great.
That's really sweet.
But yeah, so I don't know. Like I was at school for a long time. You can't really play drums when you live in res or in a shared like house or whatever. So
That's fair.
yeah.
Wow, no bands. No high school bands?
No high school band. I did like briefly. I think maybe we've chatted about my System of a Down cover band.
Okay.
But that happened like maybe a couple times in like my mom's basement. We would jam Toxicity and stuff like that.
Nice.
But yeah, I was in like concert band. Does that count?
Sure.
Great, thanks.
Not really. Wow, that's wild. First
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
At 25.
I know. And I had no idea how to play in a band. Sorry, guys. I figured it out eventually, sort of.
I think you're
Maybe.
doing a great job, Sarah.
Thank you.
You're definitely doing a great job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Try.
So, okay, like first band at 20, like you've been playing for 15 years. What made you go, oh my God, just give me a band already. I'm going to create a Kijiji post.
So, like, I think it was just I finished school. It was just like a life change time for me, right? Like, I was done school. My like free time was my own. Didn't have to study or do stuff.
Yeah.
And like I had a job and I was moving into an apartment. I was like, I can finally be in a band. Like, this is what I've wanted to do forever. Why haven't I done it? And like finally just had the like, I don't know, time to go for it. And so yeah, it was just like trying to find a band on Kijiji is weird.
Yeah,
Like
I
I don't know
bet.
if you found that, Cameron. It's like a little bit of a weird thing to be doing.
I don't know. Like Mitchell's ad was the only one I responded to. So
The trick is caps lock. A lot of caps lock.
I am very excited.
And also lying.
We have 70 songs.
I'm sorry, I have not paid you either the $100 a day I promised you
Yeah.
3 years
still
ago.
waiting on
I'm
that.
very apologetic about that.
Yeah. And we're not famous yet, so like what the
Also
hell?
that.
You promised them fame.
I promised them fame within a year.
within a year of joining, yeah.
I was young and naive, Mike.
Hey, dude. I would have applied to that.
It's hard to resist. To be honest, like when I was looking, you could like that was the only actual band that was looking for anybody. A lot of it was like, we'd like to jam. We have no songs. Let's do some No Effects covers in the basement. And so it was super appealing to find something that was like we have like a Facebook page and we've recorded some stuff. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really nice to like have songs that then we could test people against.
Right.
So like so as part of the like, because Sarah wasn't the only person who responded.
Okay.
So like it was nice to be able to like have a few songs and be like, okay, if you're interested, like you've got 3 or 4 weeks. Like there's no rush to come in and to try it. Listen to like 2 or 3 of these songs. Let us know what you want to play, and then come to a practice at some point and we'll play them and we'll see how it goes. And somebody who came, I don't know if they'd ever played the drums before.
Yeah.
Really?
It was,
was
fun.
rough.
Yeah, it was rough. And then Sarah showed up and she killed it. And that was it. That was it.
I benefited from the comparison, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Little did you know that was Sarah's friend.
Oh my God, she can count to 4? That's amazing.
She sent in an old high school friend and be like, hey, can you do me a favor? I don't play drums though. I know.
Exactly.
It worked.
But I will say, when Cameron responded to our band seeking guitarist ad, he was basically a shoo-in because all he responded with was, I am the person you're looking for.
Welcome.
Okay, great.
That is confidence.
That's a great response.
One line in my email.
just
It is me. I am here.
I am the one.
I am the one.
Is that how you got your last job too? Just like-
Yeah.
Why should we
Hire
hire
me.
you? Because you will.
Because I'm the one. All right, welcome aboard. See, I feel like as a drummer on Kijiji looking for a band, I feel like you must have just got so many offers because nobody has a drummer.
You're right about the lack of drummers. I didn't put an ad out being like drummer seeking band.
Okay.
Right. That seems like a little sketch. Like the whole process of like going to a stranger's basement to like play some drums is a little weird. And so that seemed like that might be extra weird. So I was very choosy. And like once I saw the Facebook picture of the guys, I was like, they're not going to kill me. We're good to go.
Sorry, you mean our very cool, very professional, like we are extremely comfortable in our own skin Facebook photos?
Yes.
Yeah,
totally.
Those.
Yeah.
That has not changed. It was great.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
Speaking of your Facebook page, that video, that music video that you have for your cover photo, that's cool. The
Punk Rock Hoser.
Rock
yes,
Hoser.
Punk Rock Hoser. There it is. Yeah, that was a really cool video. That's from what, 2017?
Yeah.
So right when you guys were starting out.
Yeah. So, we 2017, right?
Yeah, it was.
27.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2018?
No.
No, 2017.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so it would have been pretty early, but that's on our second EP. So we did a recording. We were a band in secret first, because I didn't want to start playing shows until we had something to like give to people.
Okay.
So, and our first EP was like free and it was just like a free download, but we didn't start playing shows until the middle of 2016. And so publicly, not that we're like a famous publicly like known band, but publicly we've been a band since the middle of 2016, but secretly we've been a band since the summer of 2015. So
Okay.
it was still like closer to 2 years that we had been a band before we did that music video. But it was really fun. It was like just get friends into one of Sarah's friends' backyards.
Yeah.
Tyler wasn't in the band at that point, but he filmed the whole thing for us. It was a fun day.
Yeah.
Just behind the camera, like, man, I want to be a part of this. God, that looks fun. You guys need another guitarist?
Yeah. That's probably, well, we have 2 music videos, and I think Punk Rock Hoser is my favorite of the 2.
Well, it's like purposely silly and goofy and fun, right?
true.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that one's really cool. I watched the other one yesterday too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well done. Yeah. I love that it's just like you guys on tour.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Well, we had never done it before, and the guys in Oakrest, I've gotten to know Jacob from Oakrest a little bit over the past couple of years, and they had never done anything outside of Southern Ontario either, and so it was like a fun opportunity to just like spend a weekend, like two bands that had never done it, to like try it out and see if we can make it work. And it was a really fun weekend.
It was great. It was a year ago, like exactly.
It was
basically.
exactly a year ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, I should do a Facebook post about like the 1 year,
ago
birthday
today.
of
You should.
this weekend of shows.
Yeah, you definitely should.
And
Yeah.
we followed it up with 2 weekends of shows.
That's true. Oh, we
Wow.
just did
Yeah.
I would say in its honor.
I would
Yeah.
now say
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to do 3 weekends next year.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Or
man.
should we double it every year? So we
I
have
think
to do
yes.
4.
Yes.
Are you
How do
trying
we
to kill me?
Someone else would be in the hospital.
What do you do 3 years from now?
There are 32 weekends in June.
What the hell are we doing? How was Montreal?
32
though?
days in June.
How was Montreal though?
Oh.
It was tough.
Was it?
There was a big festival happening at a park like maybe 6 blocks away. And so there were like
Jean Baptiste.
It was
Or-
that weekend, right? It was their long
it was
weekend.
it was a
The
long
Festival
weekend.
of Quebec.
Yeah,
Yeah.
something like that. So it's like their Canada Day or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so we played on like a Saturday in
Against Red Hot Chili Peppers.
there were like 40,000 people at this other concert, and like, and not that I think many people would have come anyway
There's
to,
very little crossover.
but yeah, it was quiet. But it was fun. The
Yeah.
place we played was like set up sort of like Lee's Palace, like the
Okay.
the general admission area was like sunken,
Yeah.
and so the stage is really high.
That's cool.
And like, we have power. And it worked out pretty well because Cameron had gotten sick during the day and had to sit down for the whole concert. He still played the show even though he had been like
Violently ill.
violently ill. Yeah.
Damn.
You basically slept like basically until 15 minutes before we went on stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so it's kind of nice that nobody was there because we were a low energy band
No
that
way.
evening. Cameron
I
sat
can't
down,
even picture that.
like a big, like an old like blues musician, and just like shredded on the guitar, but also didn't move at all. Yeah.
I got a pain from that poutine.
You do a great Cameron impression. Sound exactly like him.
So next time that happens, we'll know to.
Yeah, let me know. I'll
Yeah,
fill
yeah.
in. I'll be the guy sitting on the ground.
But it was nice. It was really nice to get out and like go. I love road trips, and I think you
me
guys.
too.
It was really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
and
great.
We like rented some Airbnbs. We like
Okay.
just like all crashed in different places, and then like spent a little bit of time exploring in Ottawa, and it was just like a fun hangout time.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I feel like that's kind of what the first tours, like that's the ultimate goal, is as long as the band is all together and having fun and you're on the road together, you're making memories. It's like, so what if 10 people came out to the show? Like,
That's generous.
yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, shit.
Well, if you
for
count the other
Montreal.
bands,
If you count the other, yeah.
Yeah, the bands are
10
always watching.
there's probably 10, maybe 15 people. Yeah.
Didn't they all leave though?
Oh,
I don't think
maybe it was just Oakrest.
Wow.
Pretty
All
sure
two of
it was
them.
just Oakrest watching.
Do you think so? I don't know. I don't remember. It was like is one of those places where the lights are like really bright,
So you
and
can't
so
see who's in the crowd.
no, so you can pretend either if you're nervous that there's nobody
Close your
there,
eyes, man.
or if
It's
you're
a
not
full
nervous,
house.
yeah. If you can't see, it could be
Totally
anything.
fine.
Yeah.
To be fair, we followed that up in Ottawa with like a great night in
Oh,
Ottawa.
yeah, that was
it was
awesome.
super cool on a
Yeah.
Sunday. Like
Yeah.
it was awesome.
Yeah. But like it's volatile, right? There is no consistency. It's just like you have to be ready to just have a good time, like no matter what.
Totally.
Like our show in Waterloo last night, like we're from Waterloo and there were not many people there. It was probably our lowest attended show in Waterloo in a long time.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's easy to get bummed out about that, but it's also easy to say, is that the reason why we're playing shows?
Totally.
And I don't think it is.
No.
So if we can have fun and we can spend time with each other, and the other bands are really nice to get to know.
Yep.
Like, and the food is good, and I would never want anyone to be disappointed about attendance because there's no way to guarantee it.
No, there really isn't. As much as promoters would love for you to be able to guarantee it. How many tickets do you guys think you can sell on a Saturday night in Toronto? It's like, No, you're totally right though. Like there's a lot of shows where I've played literally just for the other band. And at that point, you just have to give it all and then make sure that you talk to all those other bands and you'll get another show out of it. Like, you know, you got to make those connections.
You kind of loosen up a little bit too, right? And just like goof off and
let's
whatever.
just like, or like, let's try this thing that we said we wanted to try, but we haven't because people are watching, but now no one's watching. So let's do it. No, for sure. And you know, sometimes there's like one guy that's just like really feeling it. And then you just find that one guy and you're like, that's my guy tonight.
Mm-hmm.
There was a guy last night that just went nuts all night.
Yeah,
He was every band dedicated a song to him. It was awesome. And we've never seen him before. He must be local.
I guess, yeah.
So hopefully he comes to another show.
Please come back, random stranger.
And he didn't care that there weren't many people like jumping and dancing around and stuff with him.
Right.
So why would we care?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, man.
He was really into it.
It was great.
He had a good night.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do they call the hardcore dance where you lean over and put your, what's that? There's a name for that.
Two-stepping?
Two-stepping?
Yeah.
He was two-stepping?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awesome. To like Sundown Superhero.
Yeah.
Just,
Who are very nice people. They are not angry music.
No?
no.
But there's some two-stepping going on anyway.
Yeah.
It's good.
all right.
It's good.
Two-stepping. Oh, man. Well, you guys, like, how do you do so many tours? I guess, like, you're just constantly contacting people.
Yeah. That's
You
nailed it.
Just emailing everybody or...
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. So I it was really fun. So this month we played 2 cities that we've never played before. We played in St. Catharines for the first time, played in Guelph for the first time. And those have both been really difficult places to convince somebody to let us play a show. And I get it. Like, they don't know who we are.
Yeah.
And every venue has been burned by terrible bands who like trash the place or steal stuff or what. Like, why would it's like landlords with tenants. Like, they have every right to be skeptical, right? Because there's always bad bands too.
Yeah.
So this was really fun because, I try to sort of take on a lot of the like organizational stuff in the band. Although these guys help, like anytime I ask, I know I can trust anyone in the band to help.
Nice.
The nature of my time outside of work is that I just have time to do it. And so, yeah, it is a lot of just like emailing and Facebook messaging and calling and also being okay with like kind of doing like blanket calls. So like every venue in Guelph gets an email from me and I don't really care where we end up playing. Like, cause we just want to be in the city. We want to try something new. We want to be somewhere new. And if it's a great sound system, if we have to rent something, like it doesn't matter. Like we just want to play and have some fun and do that sort of stuff. So I think it's a combination of like having the time to just like look for the places and then be ready to like spend a couple hours like emailing and calling and stuff. And then also not having any sort of like expectations for who might say yes. And we have always lucked out. But you know, if some person's like, I don't know, like 8 capacity room somewhere was like, yeah, sure, we'll play. I'm like, okay, like let's do it. We'll sell it out. Easy with the other bands. Yeah.
Sorry guys, we're at capacity.
Yeah, but I like building the relationships with venues and promoters and stuff because I think that beyond the fact that I think our band tends to put on a pretty good show, like we try to maintain like a very high level of like friendliness and professionalism and like strong communication and like being willing to sort of take on some of the stuff that might otherwise get forgotten. So when we did St. Catharines, we got there and realized that there was nobody to do doors. So I just did doors all night. And then we had Emil from Sundown Superhero covered for me. But like, that's the sort of stuff that I think can get missed and cause a show to go badly.
Yeah.
And I like that everyone in the band is willing to pitch in to do some of that stuff so we can be a reliable group of people for somebody that has never heard of us and is taking a chance on us. And I think that means then that we're welcome to come back a lot of the time because we've kind of proven ourselves as kind of worthy of doing business with that person.
For sure. That makes a lot of sense. And they must get a lot of those guys that just kind of roll through and they're upset that no one came out and they leave a foul taste and they never play that venue again.
Yeah.
But I can sympathize with the venues sometimes taking chances on bands. But for me, like the biggest hindrance is like, yeah, you can contact all these venues, but where do you find like the local acts? Like you need someone local or else who's coming, right?
Yeah.
Like when you do Montreal, like you must have played with a Montreal band, right?
Yeah, we played with 2 Montreal bands. Those shows in particular, that run of shows was all organized through Oakrest and somebody in the Montreal area.
Okay.
We really had no part in that. But for stuff like
Like St. Catharines. Did you get someone from St. Catharines to play?
We had 3 St. Catharines bands play.
Okay,
it was a long so that was a 5-band night.
Okay.
Half an hour sets. It was done
that's not
at a
bad.
reasonable time, but it was that was a many band show. But part of like when we start communicating with potential venues, like that is part of our like willingness to help is like if they have people in mind, that's great. But like I am happy to. It's the same process emailing venues and like bar owners as it is emailing bands to see if they want to play a show.
True.
And then there's always the bonus of Facebook groups and stuff like that where there's like Hamilton has like 2 different like punk band Facebook groups. Just posting there. And when we did our show at the Doors Pub a couple weeks ago, a few like maybe a month or 2 ago when we were setting it up, just like, hey, like we're like 2 kind of like pop punk rock sort of bands that want to play. Anybody else want to join us? And we had the stuff like booked out, so all they have to do is show up and play, basically.
That's nice.
Yeah. And so, but again, like it's just, I don't think any of us really have a problem doing the outreach. And so if we can help in that way, I think that also puts a little bit of trust in us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge, honestly. Like there's a lot of bands that just don't do that or like you're a very important piece. like you need that like scene kid to just like go out and just contact everyone because like I'm kind of that guy too. But not anywhere close to what you're doing. Like I'll be like, I really want us to play at this venue and contact that venue and then follow up. And if they don't get back, I'm just like, but I guess we're not playing the show. But you're totally right. Like you need to just blanket like email everybody and see who comes back and then go from there.
Yeah. And like and the request to do it is not a commitment of any kind, right? Like so I have no problem. It hasn't really happened, to be honest, but like if like 4 venues got back to us in a city and they were like, yeah, let's do it, and I would say, I'm sorry, but this other person got back to us sooner, and it's all they had to do was check a calendar. It's not a big like commitment, right? So no, I like being able to do it. I like being able to like come to these guys and say that we're going to go to a brand new place and we're going to have some fun and like, I don't know. I don't think any of us kind of want to be like sitting around and just kind of hoping that things will happen for us.
No, because it won't.
It won't.
Yeah, it absolutely won't.
Amen. It will not. It absolutely won't. You hear that, kids? You got to go out and do it yourself. 100%. Like you laugh, but man, that happens all the time. And like bands that break up, they didn't play a lot of shows before they broke up. You know what I mean? Like they got on a couple of shows with a couple of people and they put out an EP and then nothing happened and they got disrupted and then just there it goes and they're not a band anymore. That happens way too much. So it's awesome that you guys are still kicking and you guys are touring more than ever and you're recording 19 demos.
In mostly one evening.
That's
Yeah.
insane.
wild.
It was a long
It's a
night.
marathon.
How do you
It's great.
drum 19 songs? How do you sing 19 songs?
In 2 days in a row, really.
Yeah,
That was
it
poor
was.
planning.
It was a number of things in the weekend were poor planning. Yeah, we chose a weekend where Tyler, our other guitarist, like had a wedding to go to in the middle of the weekend, so he was out for Saturday. Like a pep talk beforehand, be like, "I know you want to party at this wedding, but like, we need you to play guitar at 9 a.m. on Sunday, so please,
Please don't.
please
but
party
it's open
responsibly."
bar.
I'm so sorry. There will be other weddings. Yeah. No, I think it gets tiring sometimes. I think on Sunday last week, everyone was ready to crash by the end of the night. I think
yeah.
demo weekend, everyone was pretty much ready to say goodbye to each other. Although we had a pretty nice barbecue on the Sunday. That was nice.
That was nice.
I don't think
yeah.
it's that. I think it's people get physically tired, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah. That's fair.
Get along well enough to not kill each other after the end of 3 days.
But we love our songs. So like,
Also that.
so every time we play our own songs, we're like, this is the greatest song. And then it just builds up that adrenaline. It's like this cyclical. You're like, I wish there was something that would keep me energetic. And then I have to play my own songs. Then you go play your own songs, and you're like, I'm feeling really energetic. This is a good song. And then so,
Wow.
yeah.
That's really cool to feel that energetic about all your songs when you have that many songs.
Every song's a hit, Mike. Every song's a hit.
What do you do then? Because you can't put out a 19-track album.
We're not Rancid.
Thank God.
Just put out like one of those No Effects like 45 or 46 songs that didn't make the cut. Like
Yeah,
one of
yeah.
those albums.
Debut LP is an hour and a half long. It's gonna be really great.
Buckle up.
I want the first full length album to like represent my drive from Toronto to Waterloo
yeah,
during
dude.
rush hour.
Yeah.
So I need 2 hours basically of music.
Okay.
I
It's actually a great idea.
So because Sig Meyer is doing this album with us, like he's acting as a producer. So
Okay.
he's got like 25, 30 years of experience like putting albums together and doing a lot of this stuff. He's been in the game for a long time. And so part of the reason why we have a whole bunch of songs is that because we're very close to them, we don't know what might work and what might not.
Right.
We literally love every song. So we need enough extra that Sig can now listen to it and say, this one makes sense, this one doesn't make sense, that sort of thing.
Right.
And so with like, take out the cover songs, like 16, 17 songs that are unreleased, that should get us to 12.
Right.
I hope.
Definitely.
We don't have time to write new songs. So it better get us to
It
12.
is
If you
getting
pick
12.
6, I will hurt you.
But that's the idea, right? Is that like not from somebody else's perspective, not every song is going to be of the same caliber.
Of course.
Maybe some songs have too many similarities, so we have to choose one, right?
Right.
And so so that's the idea behind it, is that like, we're not making it like a 19 song album. We just need enough to be able to cull a few
Yeah.
and still have ample room to work with the stuff that we have.
It's crazy that you put that many songs together. Like you hear about that, like that you guys are doing what legitimate bands do. Like, but I could never do that. 'Cause, like we have so many demos where we get like halfway through and we're like, oh, this is a jam, and then it just never goes anywhere. Or like we have these songs that like maybe they weren't even that great, but we've just held on to them, and like now they're our babies. It's like 19 songs, Jesus. And all 19 songs have lyrics and everything too. Like I would be so committed if I wrote lyrics to a song and it didn't catch.
Probably have a few more ready to go by the time we decide to narrow it down to.
Oh my God, Cameron.
Well, I've got another 2. I know
Can't remember
Mitchell's got
anymore.
some.
Gotta delete.
It's okay. You only need to remember 12 for the album.
Yeah,
so.
you're right. I can forget the other ones entirely. Yeah.
Oh,
So you guys are kind of just always writing.
Yeah.
Making
Yes.
stuff.
must be. Yeah.
All the time, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
That's really cool. And the goal is vinyl eventually.
Yeah.
I want to real
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Have you heard about Bandcamp and how they're doing
Heard
that now?
about it, but I don't know how.
It's basically like a Kickstarter, but for vinyl.
Oh.
So you put it out. Unfortunately, it's American only. I'm going to say that right now
Boo.
before I get all your hopes up. It's very much beta right now, but they're doing it. They're running it like a Kickstarter where how many people would be interested in this, and then if you get to a certain goal, which I believe Bandcamp sets because they're the one that presses it as well, then it starts happening. And then they literally just press enough for that, and I think they take 10 or 15%. It's pretty reasonable because they're printing it all for you, right?
Yeah.
And then it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. And then you could technically give them out, although I don't know why you would, but because you could sell them for like 15, 20 bucks easily.
Yeah.
Vinyl would be cool. But man, it's expensive.
So
Yeah.
expensive. But it would be so cool.
Oh
my God.
Yeah, we got a player right there.
Oh, I have the same one.
Wow.
Nice.
That's Jake's.
It was like the cheapest, not crappy one, basically, right?
My mom gave that to me for my 18th birthday.
Wow. Shit all over his birthday present.
I'll leave now. Sorry.
Your mom bought you the cheapest option.
But I have the same one, so it's okay, right? That's how that works. Yeah.
Totally.
Oh, God. Shit.
What time? You guys have to be at Rock Palette, what, 5?
Yeah.
What time is it?
3:30.
Oh, plenty of time. Okay. And you guys are doing an acoustic. We're gonna get an acoustic performance.
Oh, we have some music for you, Mike. We have some music.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you want a cajon? Or are you gonna?
So we have some maracas.
Oh.
Yeah, spicing it up.
Okay.
I've never played a cajon.
Okay,
Do
then
you just
don't.
hit it?
I hate cajons, so don't play it.
I feel like that's the impression that I get from most people. Is that they're the worst.
They're the worst. I don't know.
Oh,
If
you're sitting on it.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
sitting on it.
My stool.
If
Nice.
you know how to play it, it can sound cool. But if you're just kind of like figuring it out, there's a lot of like exact spots that you want to hit.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's not do that.
I get it. I
Okay.
get it. Oh man. So okay. Any new singles coming out?
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet. So we start recording. We do our recording the first week of September. Hopefully, we can bang everything out in that first week,
Oh yeah.
but we'll see.
Okay.
So I think we would release maybe a new song like I don't know, November-ish, probably. Like September to record and like finesse and stuff, and then like some mixing, mastering stuff. I really have no idea how long things take.
Yeah.
So.
If you do it fast enough, you'll be good. But like, honestly, the 2 EPs that I just released, they were almost 2 years. So
Wow.
yeah. But it's just like life happens, and when it's DIY, then it's very much life happens and whoop.
Yeah, sure.
So when you guys have like a legit producer on it, I'm sure
Exactly.
he's getting
Yeah.
paid, so it'll be good.
Yeah. Yeah. He's getting paid.
He's getting paid.
Trust
me.
he's getting
He's
paid.
getting paid.
We're not allowed to record until he gets paid.
Actually?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That's the
He's a
agreement,
professional,
right? Yeah.
so-
Yeah. So no,
yeah.
you do it up front. Apparently he's had some bands at some point like contract his time and then like break up before starting, and then they're like, "Sorry, we're not gonna
broke
record."
up. What do you
He's
want
out of-
from
just
us?
out of money. So yeah, no. So we like reserve the time and like confirm that it's gonna happen, and then also make sure that we have his attention through the next few months while we like work out some of the stuff of like what works and what doesn't and stuff. Like that's not right. His time with us doesn't start when we record; it's already started.
Okay.
So give us some money for that.
So you guys are doing pre-pro, or I guess you have demos, but are you doing pre-production?
I would say like that's what the next 2 months will be. So Sig and Ryan, the recording engineer, like they have all the demos that we put together. They're going through them. They're making their notes. They're doing whatever. And then we'll sit down at some point, probably in early July, and say, this is what they're thinking. This is what we agree with. This is what we might not agree with. And here are the reasons. We'll work that out. And then the next 2 months would be like pre-production in the sense that we're making the modifications that they have recommended to us based on their sort of expertise.
Okay. Cool. Man. Recording, like, do you guys like the process? Recording process?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It's a little like tiring, I guess, but it's really exciting just to like see what you've been working on the past couple months or years or whatever just come to life, and you can actually like see a finished product, and just spending time with the rest of the band. Like we all get along really well, so I'm really looking forward to it.
That's cool. You like it too?
It's all right.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for.
It's I don't actually mind. It's a little stressful, right?
Yeah, it is stressful,
but it's cool. The coolest thing actually, so we did a demo with Sig and Ryan 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And it was really cool. You missed out because you were singing, but by the end of it, like you see how the track gets built, right? So you record the drums because it was just one song in a night.
Yeah.
All right, and then Anthony, and then the guitar, and then by the end, it was like Mitchell was singing live, and we had the song playing, and it's like to hear it build like that is actually like really really cool. So that part of recording is sweet, but
Yeah.
the doing it.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, God, I have to play the drums for 2
Right?
days.
Yeah. And you got to be perfect or else you feel bad. You're like, oh, you're going to have a
Yeah.
lot of editing to do, friend.
Yeah, I did actually. He had to edit those drums quite a bit. I was like, oh shit.
I feel like drums, I don't think there have ever been drums that have made it on an album that weren't edited like crazy. So I feel like
Good.
don't take that too personally.
Try not to.
Yeah, no, I love it. Do you love it? Being the singer, I mean, that's just easy. Like, you must love it.
I love recording. Not necessarily from a vocals perspective, although like I often like harmonies are the very last thing that we do as a band, and I love it when Cameron and Tyler are ready to go and something literally just fell from the
Yeah.
sky. Oh, it's one of your.
It's one of the
Yeah.
foam pieces.
I'm just glad it wasn't like a rat or something. Like
Jumping out of the wall.
I don't know.
Just a big black thing falls over. You're like, I don't want to alarm anyone, but I'm terrified.
We are no longer alone in here. No, I love recording. And so, yeah, so the biggest thing that I really like is being able to finally hear what everyone else is doing. Because when we're playing and practicing and even at shows, like there's no way to tell. I assume it sounds great.
Yeah.
I can tell that we're playing the right chords, but
Right.
like I don't know what Tyler's doing in terms of his like kind of lead guitar melodies and stuff like that. So it's nice to hear all of those things.
Yeah.
But the harmonies are like I love putting those in because it just next level
Completes it.
Oh yeah, of course it does. And so yeah, that's awesome. And especially when we are still like working on a song, so Cameron and Tyler are still working out their parts. They're not like 100% ready to do the harmonies, and then I don't have to like spend any time like getting them up to speed because it's like then we're just like singing at each other in a practice and like
Yeah.
maybe it'll sound good. What we can do is then like I can just do the harmonies. And then I can play it back to them, and they'll get it. They know what it's supposed to sound like. There's a reference point for whether it's going to be correct when we do it live or not. Yeah, I love it. I think I wish we could do more recording as like a preparation tool. But we are limited a little bit in that way because I think it becomes the stuff that we have in our heads. There's no way to like communicate that
Yeah.
the way we think it.
Of course.
And so the like recording process is like this is what it's supposed to be like, and then everyone hears it and you're like, exactly, this is perfect, and then we all know that it's I love recording.
Yeah, no, it makes
Can't
you
tell.
better for sure.
Can't tell it all.
Sorry. So yes, I like recording.
Hard yes. I think we have it easy as vocalists because we get to go in when everything's nice and polished and finished and just kind of lay it over above, and like singing is just fun. in general.
I find it fun. I think there's on one hand, yes, like we get to wait. We get to like kind
we
of
get to
hear
see it all happen and
Yeah.
then go in and put the finishing touch.
I do wish that my voice had more stamina. And so what I don't like is being a bottleneck in the completion of a song.
Yeah.
So when we go and we do these songs, like we did our demos and they're all single take. Like, so like my voice cracks and like I forget the words. It doesn't matter. Like they're demos. You're supposed to get the idea.
Right.
But when we do it for real, it's not one take anymore.
Yeah.
It's 4 takes or whatever. And it's got to be perfect every time, which means if there's a part in a song where I break the rules of singing and I have to, you know, like kind of like grind my voice or whatever to get a little bit more grit in it, I have to do that more than normal.
Yeah.
So then the lifespan of high quality vocals starts to decrease. And I on one hand, yeah, it's nice. It's nice to like see everything happen and then go in and like do our thing.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I have had a brain fart.
You wish you could go longer. You wish you had more stamina.
I what I don't love is the
Limitations.
the like consequences of not doing it correctly.
Yeah.
Because it can derail stuff.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Well, I find for me, like I'm screaming too, so it's very much like, okay, like you literally just have to do, like, let's do all the cleans, let's do all the harmonies, and now let's do the screams.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do. I don't know if maybe like if you have some parts where you'd want to use that rasp and go harsher, maybe just like save that until the end kind of thing.
Yeah. No, for sure. And there's, the order is important. But even then, like if you're starting screaming and you've done 5 songs and you've done the cleans and you've done the vocal, you have already done all that work in your voice.
Yeah.
So you're not starting from the beginning. You're starting from maybe your voice is at, 50%, right? So then it's just, there's no way around the use of it and the...
Yeah. Well, I find like if we have 2 songs on the deck, then I'll do the cleans for all that song and then the cleans for all the next song. Like I'll literally like screams are the last thing we do.
Yeah.
Like have we got everything? Okay, let's do the screams. And for the most part, the screams are one take.
Yeah.
And it's just, all right, that's it. And now I'm done. And there was one time where it didn't get recorded. And I'm like, all right, cool. Let's do it again.
I didn't budget for this.
Oh boy, get the honey. What's your go-to? Is it just water or like tea or is it honey?
It depends. Mostly like I don't like when we're practicing or recording, it's just water. I don't, I kind of just like live with the whatever state my voice is in. I might do honey at some point, but I don't know. I haven't really found it overly effective.
Really?
No. Yeah.
Dude, it saves my life.
Does it?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm doing it wrong.
I mean, dude, everyone's different. I'm not going to like push anything on you, but just like if you're in the
you haven't tried honey.
Have you even tried honey, bro? Oh, dude, it's got like 22% THC. No, but if you're ever
I
like,
think that's the difference. I go to the grocery store to get my honey.
oh, it's just Billy B, brother. It's just Canadian honey. That's all it is. But if you're ever in the studio and you're like, man, we're so close, but my voice is just just little squeeze of honey,
like direct from the bottle.
I just
from the bee,
right to the source.
just like pull down on the hive. Just
if I could, I would. I would say for most people, it's like a chamomile or like a ginger lemon kind of tea with some honey in it, and that's totally fine. That's totally reasonable. Me, I'm just a savage, just like squirting honey in my mouth. Been known to do it on stage too. It gives you this blanket of like you're good for another song or two. It's hard to describe, but it like coats your throat in a way that's just you're not gonna crack.
Interesting.
Yeah, you should check it out. If you like honey, then check it out.
Love honey.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chug it, brother.
Okay. The punk rock hoser music video is like some people doing shots of maple syrup, and so maybe we'll take that and turn it into honey at some point.
Well, maybe maple syrup will work.
Maple syrup is very sugary.
Well,
I would.
Not a problem for Mitchell.
That's no problem, Mike.
It's not the best. Like the sugary foods are not the best for your cords, but honey is also sugary too. So what do I know? It's just my healing tool. If I could be sponsored by Billy B, I would.
So you use honey for everything, like that other band has the lemons. And
Fix it with honey is
Yeah.
my page.
I would recommend not putting honey in your hair.
I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Well, gel, I guess. You gotta style it. I guess you could, but
With honey.
I feel like somewhere you could find some sort of honey hair mask. Like I'm sure this exists. Come
I'm
on.
sure there is. Yeah.
The moisturizing.
It's
properties
probably a
of honey.
beard thing, if anything.
Oh, hey, yeah, there you go.
Some beeswax honey in your beard.
I don't believe in putting anything on me that will make me attacked by bees.
That's a good
Smart.
rule to live by.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, what else did I want to talk about? Oh, my favorite song by you guys, February 1st. I love that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
Thanks,
there's
man.
something about the lyrics. Is that like, oh, it was you. Okay. Was that about something in particular? Like, was it a situation or like a person going through something or?
Sort of some like personal experiences.
Okay.
It's kind of like a joint effort writing the lyrics. I think Mitchell wrote most of like the chorus and I did the verses. I don't know, nothing like too personal, just kind of like a general how I was feeling at the time sort of thing. And it just sort of started flowing and it came out, and I don't know, I think it turned out pretty well.
It turned out great, man. Yeah, I love that song. It's very like it's like a camaraderie kind of song. Like you're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Yeah. Cool.
I think that's a lyrical theme that we've got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say so.
That's
I don't
cool.
write them.
Like when you can relate to I don't write the
Ask that
lyrics,
guy,
but if
but
I
yeah.
was to Have you never written any lyrics then?
No,
That's not true.
Like-
You helped me on Manifesto.
I did. Yeah, I did. That's true. There you go.
There you go.
One song.
One song credit.
Yeah.
If it makes it on the album, I'll give Sarah the credit on the album.
Boom.
Holy.
Just like
oh my
that,
God.
you're a
You don't get the royalties. But you get
You don't get that dollar we made off Spotify.
I see.
That's my dollar.
Sucks. I quit.
We gotta take that out at some point and just like buy some Tims or something. Just like, guys, Timbits. Spotify paid for these.
These 4 Timbits.
Yeah.
Like somebody in the band doesn't get a Timbit because they're 29 cents each.
What do you guys do for speaking of Spotify? Like, are you on playlists or are you creating your own? No.
The like sketchy playlists, sure. So there's like people that like post in the like, we're like part of like large like pop punk Facebook groups and punk rock Facebook groups, and somebody is like, I'm a Spotify curator. You should submit this form and follow my Spotify
Of
playlist,
course.
and then I will consider
Yeah.
putting you on. I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's
do that
still,
too.
It's free.
Yeah.
So yeah. But no, I think we'll give the like Spotify playlist placement thing a shot when we do the album, when we've got some stuff ready to release.
Yeah.
But it didn't exist when we did our last
Yeah.
round. It was still, there was no submission process. So we just like every once in a while, like, oh, like sit back and wait. Everyone enjoys this song right now. February 1st, everyone enjoys this song right now. Let's see if we can find some small playlist to put it on. And if it doesn't work, it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
But if it does work, that's great.
For sure.
But they're small audiences, right? Because it's mostly like follow to be featured.
Yeah.
At which point, is there anybody actually listening to the playlist?
I wonder that
Who
myself.
knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it does, like, I don't know. It's out there. It's,
Yeah.
You know, if somebody likes it, that's awesome.
Well, I mean, you guys have a lot of plays for like a local band. You know, like your biggest song is what, like 6,000 or something like that? 9,000 maybe?
Yeah, and that's a combination of, so it is a combination of some of those kind of smaller Spotify playlists, but also a mistake on Spotify's part.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got added to another
There
Among
was
Legends?
No, there were 2 copies of the song, and I had submitted it to like a third party thing, and they're like, we make play. I don't know. It's just like it's all free music. Like
Yeah.
I just send it out anywhere. And at one point, that particular organization went defunct, and so for whatever reason, they did a deactivation of some sort, and the play count merged. So I guess that play count is technically true for our song, but it's not from us putting it on Spotify. It's from some other place for a few years having it on Spotify.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Our profile, like we don't have many visits on our profile. Like the songs don't get played that much. Very normal, I think, for a band our size.
Yeah, I would say you're doing better than most local bands.
Do you think so?
With plays? Yeah, definitely.
I don't know.
You know, like, I totally understand your reservations, but like when I put together the Toraunasaurus Rocks playlist, which I haven't touched in like months, but when I put it together, it was so interesting for me to find like these local bands. Like, first of all, some of the local bands that I fucking like, I love them now,
Yeah.
which is amazing. Yeah. So much fun when you find a band that's actually like in your scene that you love, like Lawless Sons, Zen and Chaos, London Stone. There's a bunch of bands where like, and they have no plays, and it just like breaks my heart. It's like all under 1,000 and like something like 20 odd monthly listeners. Like, guys, listen to these bands, they're amazing. So I put together this playlist, and yeah, you guys are like some of the top plays for sure. Like, Nothing Serious got added to a bunch of pop punk playlists, which is amazing for them. And they just, I feel like once you're in that radar, every new release is kind of like, okay, let's look at these guys again, because all their new songs get added. And I don't know if they're going out of their way for that or if they're just on someone's radar now. But yeah, for not being playlisted, you're probably the top one for local bands. Wow. Yeah.
Wow. Surprising.
Yeah.
You should get playlisted.
That's the dream.
The goal.
I don't know how it works either. Like you said, there's a submission process, but when I looked into that, it looked like it wasn't for Canada.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah?
Yeah. So do you have a Spotify for Artists account?
Yep.
So I'm fairly certain, like, once you've got it set up, it will appear.
Okay.
Because the instructions, I'm fairly certain, are the same.
Like it
So, like,
shows you
on-
if you're in playlist, it shows you.
Yeah.
But it won't show unless there's 25 unique listeners, which we haven't had yet.
So yeah, so that area of the Spotify for Artists things, there's a drop down menu somewhere, and there's one of those tabs is called Upcoming. So you have to have it set to distribute like a month from now, and then it'll show up in that spot, and then that button will activate.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But I have also never actually done it. Yeah, the Nothing Serious guys have like all of a sudden just blown up on Spotify.
Yeah.
And it was pretty good when we were seeing the songs live the past couple of nights.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So they deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were chatting with them a little bit, but it's just one of the guys in the band, like their drummer Ed, he is in charge of all that sort of organizational stuff. And if you want the secrets, chat with Ed.
Okay. Yeah. I'll have to have them on too. That's crazy though. Like I remember seeing it and being like, "Oh my god!" And it was like 5,000 in a day, and in a couple of days we were like, "Guys, we're at 10,000." It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but now that we're talking, like there's a few, right? So Rival Towns had that happen a few times.
Okay.
Arcane Ghosts has had it happen a few times.
Arcane Ghosts. Yeah.
Weigh the Anchor has had it happen a few times. I think Carried Away potentially as well. Yeah, can my Carried Away shirt today? Yeah.
Nice.
So it's got to be available, because I'm pretty sure that's the only
Must
like
be how it's
process to do it.
happening.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to me because it seems to be that it's punk or pop punk. Those are the genres that are really like the Canadian bands are the ones that are showing. So I don't know why.
Yeah, I wonder. I do wonder if, and you would probably know this more than we do, because I like mostly am try to like stay in the punk rock and pop punk like groups.
Yeah.
So that's it's the Facebook algorithm. I only see stuff related to that.
True.
So you guys being kind of a hybrid and sort of looking at it from a more holistic level. If that's what you see, it's got to be true. But I would probably defer to somebody else because the nature of where we play, I only ever see stuff from.
True. That's all you're seeing.
That's
so
it. It's
you
the
don't know.
algorithm. It's
No, I see a lot of like metal stuff just
Yeah.
get buried. Just
Tough.
no one's listening. And it's not even like no one's listening to metal playlists in general. Like the top metal playlist is something like 40,000 or 50,000, which is a lot of people, but compared to pop punk, like 300K, 400K, it's not happening. So I don't know. I guess it's just, there's always popular genres in whatever time we're in, but maybe it's a lot of good punk bands out there right now.
I feel like metal is not a playlistable genre, right? Like I just don't think
How dare
it
you.
translates. Not to say that it's not a good.
No,
like,
you're right.
But like
You're
you
right.
kind of get like an
It's not a
album
safe
and you,
play.
I don't know. Yeah, like I would never think to throw on like best metal tracks playlist, right? It's like I'm just gonna go listen to a record, right? If you want to
Totally.
listen to that.
Yeah.
But I think pop punk is like, I don't know, it's upbeat and people just put it on in the background, right? You don't really put metal on in the background unless maybe you do. I don't know.
It's just like we would in our house,
Yeah,
but not
sure.
like if I'm at a party and anyone's like, "Yo, Mike, you're a music guy. Put on some music." I'm not like, I'm gonna put on my music and just like destroy everyone's ears.
Let's
Like,
shuffle through Cannibal Corpse's entire discography right now.
yeah. Like, I'm probably just gonna go safe and play some like either like some 90s something or just like something new, like Tash Sultana or like, you know, whatever, something safe. But you're right. You're probably right. Yeah, pop punk is just. I mean, it's awesome, and it translates. Like you can just put it on with a family there, and no one's like, "Oh
It's
my
the
God."
easy listening of rock music.
I wasn't gonna say it. I wasn't gonna say it. Great.
Does that mean we hit the gold mine or like rock bottom?
Gold mine.
Let's go with Gold Mine
yeah.
for now.
No, you've definitely hit the gold mine, dude.
You are not easy listening. I've been to your shows. There's so much energy. It's such a good time. I feel like it's just compared to metal, it's easy listening. That's all.
For sure.
I could not believe that you were at Harmony Lunch a few months ago. I was so
I go there a lot, man.
this dedication.
I fucking love the scene. I love you guys. Good music, man.
That was so nice. Did you redeem your roll up the rim donut?
I did.
Good. Excellent.
Nice.
Good. Welcome.
A winner.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Jake's just a scene kid, all grown up.
Scene dreams brought me here.
Aren't we all? Aren't we all?
I think so.
Okay, well, unless there's anything else you guys wanted to talk about.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
How long have you lived in the GTA?
My whole life.
Okay, so what constitutes being from the 6?
416 area code.
Yeah, 416 is a big part of it, which I used to have and I don't have anymore, which makes me sad. But I was born in Toronto. I feel like that's a pretty big
So you can
part of
claim it?
I can claim it.
Okay.
I don't, because I live in Oakville.
Right, but that's the thing.
I could
Can
claim
you
it.
so I was born in Toronto,
Okay.
and then
And you live in Toronto.
I currently live in Toronto.
You can
My
claim
family, but has lived. But the 6, right? It's whoever said it. It's
Drake.
416.
Drizzy.
One of you guys just said it has to do with the area code.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I was born in Toronto. I now live in Toronto once again. Mm-hmm. But I have a 905 phone number.
905 is Mississauga.
Hamilton.
Hamilton,
So
too?
many 905 friends.
All around. So it's Mississauga all the way around because my family's in St. Catharines.
No
Over
way.
in Niagara. Yeah, we're
With
all
a 905?
905. Yeah. So that's like, as the crow flies, like 20 minutes or whatever. But around the lake, it's an hour and a half. Can I be from the 6?
Dude, I feel like it's
don't
like
know.
you have to treat it like New Yorkers. you're not a New Yorker unless you live in Brooklyn. It's like, if you live in the 6, dude, you can claim the 6, especially if you were born there.
But somebody would be like, oh, you're from the 6. Say, what's your phone number? Both Toronto phone number things, right? There's 416 and there's also 647. They both have 6s.
Yeah.
And I don't have either.
I have a 647. Yeah.
So you realize you can get a new phone number. and then you can be from the 6.
Yeah, but they might give you like a 223 or something.
There is a 226. I think it has to do with where you're living and then the area code for that location. Whether or not you actually have it. Different story. I could be wrong. I don't make the fucking rules.
Drake does.
Drake makes the rules.
I don't know who said it. Drake did.
Drake did.
Thanks, guys.
There's 6 boroughs of Toronto, and that's why it's the 6. The Raptors won in 6 games.
Wow.
That was
There's
a
a
big
lot of
deal.
6 mythology.
There is.
It's like that movie, The Number 23,
Yeah.
with Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
This is the number 6
with
Yeah.
Drake
with Drake.
in a wheelchair. Starring Nav Bhatia, Superfan. Yeah, I think you can claim 6, man. I think you're 6.
feel
But
better
do you
now.
want to be claiming 6? Are
Yeah.
you like, yo, I'm from the 6
Yeah, I do that every day.
every day? I can see it.
Just like
Wake up.
While you're brushing your teeth.
yeah.
Like,
And the people at work are like, Mitchell, we're working.
This is a work environment here. I'm claiming 6, y'all.
We're on a conference call.
What do you do?
Oh, I just do. I do marketing for a.
Oh, cool.
Like a.
Oh, no
financial
wonder
software.
you're this guy, man.
It all makes sense now, right?
Literally do that
Comfortable
9
with
to 5.
emailing. Yeah. Well, with the transferable skills. Yeah. It's down in Liberty Village.
Cool.
Yeah.
And that's where you live, Liberty Village.
Just north, like north of Trinity Bellwoods Park.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so like Little Italy, right by the Mod Club.
Dude.
A lot of restaurants,
Yeah.
a lot of cannoli,
Yes.
a lot of Portuguese custard tarts.
Ooh.
oh yeah.
It's a good place. It's a good place.
You hang out at Bellwoods?
Yeah, sometimes.
Like literally everyone I know who lives near Bellwoods, their Facebook every time it's nice weather, yo, Bellwoods. Who's coming out? It feels like there's like a scene of people that just hang out at Bellwoods.
It's nice. I like to go and like walk around, and my girlfriend's like, she's like the world's biggest dog lover, so they've got the off leash area, and so we go down, and then somebody's like, oh, which dog is yours? And we're like, oh, we don't have one. We just like the other dogs. And so it's nice. But like, so neither of us drink or smoke, and so it's like not the same
True.
like hangout experience to be in Bellwoods. But it's still like a great park, and it's fun to hang out. I definitely don't think that we take advantage of all of its amenities in the way that many people who are there do.
That's fair. I mean, if you're there to pet dogs, is there anything else?
Pretty good.
Is there anything
Life's
else?
good. Yeah.
What kind of dog?
Oh no!
You have?
No, we don't have.
Oh,
a dog.
you actually
no,
don't
we
have a
literally
dog.
don't have a dog. No, we literally go. And
that's
people ask us,
actually you.
Which dog is yours? We're like, we don't have one. We don't have a dog.
Where's your
No.
dog? Can I pet your dog?
Yeah. You're like, these are all my dogs.
These are all of my dogs today.
Yeah. No, we don't have a dog.
Oh, okay.
One of us wants to get a dog.
Yeah, I bet.
The other one is not so sure.
Oh, really? Too much responsibility?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like neither of us are home that much.
That's what
It's
I
Sunday.
came to grips with too.
I'm in Oakville, and then we're going to a show.
Right. Your weekends are all banned, and
Yeah.
your job is 9 to 5. So.
Yeah. It's tough. And I'm not a morning person. I don't want to get up and bring a dog out. No.
Especially just scratching at the door at
Yeah.
3 a.m. when you're trying
Like,
to sleep. It's
Yeah.
like, I gotta
be an
pee.
adult. Take care of yourself.
There's newspaper
Grow up.
somewhere, you know? Grow up. It's a puppy. No, I came to that same kind of thing too. Is like the dog is gonna be alone all the time. Like I'm just gonna get a cat. Like cats take care of themselves. Yeah. Hence what he's doing right now. He's taking care of himself.
Nice.
You know, probably licking himself upstairs right now. What about you guys? Where do you guys live?
In Waterloo, both of us.
Yeah, I also live there.
Nice.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I like it. You know.
Yeah, but you're a like born and bred Waterloo person. Yes.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Nice. Born and raised. Did you guys see Alexis?
We were playing a show that night.
No.
It was
sad.
It was sad.
But there were 2 nights, guys.
we were playing.
You were playing
Yeah,
on both
both
nights.
nights.
That's how much you guys play. Okay.
We didn't know when we booked the shows.
I'm sure you didn't.
Alexis on Fire is Tyler's favorite band of all time.
Oh, so he was really bummed.
And his girlfriend surprised him with tickets.
No.
And we had to like,
Cancel them.
well, I like if he really wanted to, I'm not like, we can't like tell him not to go, but it was like we had booked the shows like
Yeah.
2 months before, and they're like, we're gonna be here and it's multiple days, and then his girlfriend like, oh, like, choose tickets for one of the days. I'm like, we have shows both days, I'm so sorry. So he's been hurting. He's been hurting. Yeah.
Which show was it?
It
Saturday
was-
or Sunday?
I think it was a Saturday.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saturday was the bigger
with
show.
the Dirty Nail.
Yeah.
Saturday. Oh yeah, it was with Dirty Nail and
Yeah.
Glassjaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will have to give Tyler several gifts.
Yeah, that's the real reason why he's not here right now. And he's playing the show.
His back is
Yes.
hurt.
Oh, he hurt his back. Yeah.
He's angry at us. Never forgive us.
Sorry,
Quitting
Tyler.
the band.
Yeah. We actually wanted to join you on this podcast to officially apologize to Tyler for taking you away from multiple Alexis on Fire shows.
Oh man.
Yeah, we'll have to.
That's a rough one to miss.
Yeah.
Have you seen Alexis on Fire?
No.
No. Okay.
No. Yeah. They're not a top band for me. Yeah.
That's fair. They're pretty angry.
Yeah. I never got into like that sort of side of alternative music. I have a few bands in my sort of list of bands that are more aggressive, but I've always just did like, I like 4-chord pop songs dressed up as punk rock. Like that's basically what I like.
True.
And so Alexis on Fire just they just don't
Too much
fit.
for you.
Well, yeah, a lot of hardcore is the
There's
same.
a lot of 4-chord punk stuff in there, though, deep down.
There is deep down, yes. I'm not sure I'm the kind of person that like digs for it. Like, yeah.
That's fair.
like my Bad Religion and
Nice.
yeah.
I've seen them quite a few times.
You going in July or whenever they're
Are
here?
they coming back?
Yeah, they're going to be here in July.
With
at
who?
the Phoenix. With Dave Hawes?
Dave Hawes, yeah.
Not House.
Not Dave House.
Hawes. Yeah, that guy.
Dave Halls.
From the Loved Ones.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dave from the Loved Ones.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. Every time I've seen them, it's been outdoors, actually.
Me too. Yeah. So I'm excited to be inside. It's going to be really great.
I like seeing them outdoors, though. I guess you were at the TD Echo Beach one then?
No.
No?
When was that?
I was.
That was, yeah?
that with the
Pennywise
Offspring?
and Offspring.
Yeah, that was a great show.
Great show.
Yeah. We were just talking about this. The rest of the band, they're not a fan of Echo Beach.
No way.
No.
Sand.
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 That's
Which is-
that's the only thing that it could
But
be.
that's
right?
like that's the plus for me.
I know. I like it too.
I'm like, I'm on a beach. This is fun.
The trick is you have to wear sandals.
No.
Yes.
Ew.
Yes.
But what happens if you go and like,
Yeah, I was gonna say you mosh with
pit?
sandals, Mike.
Yeah.
I'm not really moshing that much
Are you
anymore.
in Mosh retirement?
I'm in mosh tirement. I think. Yeah. No, I think, yeah, I kind of am, honestly. Like, when I saw Alexis, I saw them both nights, by the way. Fuck you, Tyler.
No, Tyler, no. Don't listen to Mike. Don't listen to Mike. It's okay, Tyler.
No, my buddy, my drummer has savagery. I saw them Saturday in the 400 section, and then because my drummer Roger has Amex, he got the pre-sale, so we were able to get floors for Sunday. Wow. Sunday floors. It blew my mind. It honestly just blew my mind. I've never seen anyone from the floor before, and like they just looked like legends up there. And then when I turned around and saw what 12,000 people look like, I was just like, oh, they're famous. My little boys from St. Catharines are famous. It was just an amazing experience. Yeah. Have you ever been to Floors at the Bud stage?
Nope.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw. Well, I had general admission tickets for Blink.
Nice.
And then some guy came up to us like, "Hey, you guys want to watch it from the pit?" And I was like,
Yes. Amazing.
"Yeah." So that was awesome.
Was that with Tom still?
No, Tom wasn't there, but it was
Still
fun.
good.
Still
Yeah.
a good show. Yeah.
That's cool. What about you, Floors?
No, I actually haven't been to the Budweiser stage a whole bunch. I saw Beck there last year, but that was at the Lawn. And then I think the only other time I've been there, I saw Great Big Sea.
Oh, dude, I
Yeah.
love Great Big
And it was really
Sea.
fun. And so like we were in seating area, but like everyone was standing.
Yeah.
And then and your hands hurt afterwards because you're just clapping the whole time because it's so fun and you clap. Yeah, it was really fun. But no, I've never been in general admission there.
Yeah, the floors are crazy.
Yeah. We were up at the front when Rancid and the Dropkick Murphys came through a couple years ago. I went with my brother and we were right at the front. It was Echo Beach. Sorry, guys. But still, like, it's just a huge group of people. And then it's a completely different experience.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Were they doing like mosh pits in the sand?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It was huge. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. My brother, he mostly comes to our shows and then doesn't go to much else. So that was a highlight for him, I think.
bet.
And he loves the Dropkick Murphys. Yeah. He likes Rancid, but he loves Dropkick Murphys.
Yeah. Seeing them live is like, that's how you have to hear them.
They're big, man.
Yeah.
And they go all out.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It was really fun.
And everyone's just like in the best of spirits.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
such a fun show.
Yeah, I definitely like the couple of times I've seen Rancid twice, once from the back and then once where we were right at the front. And it's like, it's one of those reminders that like, you should never be at the back of a show. Like you got to get to the front because it's like, you're just in it.
Yeah.
And it's completely different.
Totally
Yeah.
different. I agree. Yeah, there's something about like sweating it out with people that know all the words too. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not alone.
Yeah.
For sure. What I like to do is I'll stand like behind the mosh pit and it'll just be like one of those big dudes that just like make sure the pit, like keep the pit in check.
It's an
And then-
important job.
Right? Dude, it is. People behind me are like, every now and then they're like, hey, thanks for doing that. There's like some girl just standing there like, I was pretty sure I was going to get crushed, so thank you for that. I'm like, no problem. I'm going to go run up to the front. Like when it's like my favorite song, I'll do like a run in the pit and like kind of like, yeah, I'm pitting now. And then just go to the front of the pit and just stand there. Be like, all right, this is my spot now. But yeah, it's not the same from the back. You're right. Yeah. I've seen like the majority of the bands I've seen are from Rockfest,
Oh yeah.
Montebello,
Yeah.
Quebec. Oh, dude, have you been?
No, I would love to go.
I did.
Yes.
10th anniversary, I was there.
That was my
Yeah.
first one.
System of a Down played. I had
Yeah.
to be there. Like, come on.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it was
Did you
cool.
bring your System of a Down cover band bandmates?
Oh, yeah. No.
Absolutely not.
We haven't spoken in years.
Yeah, they were incredible.
It was so cool.
And they only did 3 shows that
Yeah.
tour. It was like Montreal, Quebec. Like we had 2 of them. It was pretty
Pretty
crazy.
sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, they were amazing. And Linkin Park was the other one, right?
Yeah, Linkin Park was there,
Oh.
and Rancid did, and Out Come the Wolves.
That's right.
Cool.
I love that when bands do like album tours.
Yeah.
That was what that Offspring show was, right?
It was
Smash.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could talk about shows forever.
Can we play a little show for you?
Yes, absolutely.
Can we do
Yes.
that?
Yes, let's do that.
Cool.
All right. This is Among Legends. What song are you playing?
We're gonna play "Sit Back and Wait."
Sit Back and Wait, acoustic.
I'm always told that someone else will fight for me. An ivory tower populace who knows just what I need. I'm done waiting for the movement that they promised we'd all see. Yeah, it's high time to set aside this stagnant apathy. So I'll push on, stronger than the day before, and keep on fighting back, 'cause I want more and I'll scream for Change until my lungs are sore. No, I won't sit back and wait. I've finally come to realize that most won't understand why at 25 I go to shows with X's on my hand. But I don't need your approval if it means molding to your shape. And I sure as hell won't explain myself to keep you feeling safe. So when the path ahead gets overgrown, I'll make my own way through. Yeah, I'll push on, stronger than the day before, and keep on fighting back, 'cause I want more and I'll scream for change until my lungs are sore. No, I won't sit back and wait. You know that feeling, the judgment and the silent stares send your mind reeling, wondering if it's wrong to care. So just hold your ground, just hold your ground, yeah, hold your ground, yeah, hold your ground. And when the path ahead gets overgrown, you'll make your own way through. You got to push on, stronger than the day before, and keep on fighting back, 'cause you want more and you'll scream for change until your lungs are sore. No, you won't sit back and wait. No, you won't sit back and wait. No, you won't sit back and wait. Oh, you got a classic Among Legends voice crack in there too.
Lucky you. Hell yeah, man. I love it. I love it. Thank you guys so much for coming on. Unbelievable. That was
Awesome.
great. Yes. I know you guys got to go right now.
Yeah.
So, thank you.
Want to do more, or did?
They got to go.
We have, yeah, what time is it?
It's 4:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should go. Yeah. Cool.
Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Yes.
Oh, that was a good one to choose then.
Yeah.
That was pretty good. Okay.
You killed it, guys.
Yes.
Almost.
Almost.
Well done.
Come on. Come on.
Cool. Thanks,
All right.
guys. Thank you so much for having us.
Dude, absolutely, man.
Gold.